everyone? Hope you're having a wonderful night. So, Modern Warfare 3 is not even 2 months old, and we're already looking forward to the next Call of Duty game. Granted, I think a lot of us would rather forget about Modern Warfare 3. It was just one of the worst Call of Duty games there is. Look, if you enjoy the game, more power to you, but you can't excuse the fact that the game was low effort, DLC repackaged for $100. Yes, when the game launched, some people criticize, say, no, it's $70. No, it was $100 when it launched. That early access period, that's when the game launched. I'm not going to be convinced about that. But regardless, I mean, the campaign was just recycled multiplayer content. The multiplayer at launch was just old Modern Warfare 2 maps, which were not updated to accommodate the new mobility system of Modern Warfare 3. So it was just a trash fire with that system. And then the zombies mode was basically just DMZ with zombies. And then they canceled DMZ. So they probably just wanted one last hurrah. Either way, yeah, Modern Warfare 3 has not been doing well. I mean, whether it sells well or not, that's all that Activision Blizzard cares about, but I've heard rumors that people are saying that it didn't sell up to their expectations. But I think this was one final hurrah for them to try and siphon as much money from the Call of Duty franchise before they're acquired by Microsoft. But it seems that 2025 will see a sequel to Black Ops 2. Now, Black Ops 2 is one of the more popular Call of Duty games, mainly for its campaign, because the choices system. So in Black Ops 2, you could actually choose different outcomes that would alter the story, and different characters would live or die. Granted, this was retconned because future Call of Duty games had to, certain characters had to live and certain characters had to die, but at the time this was incredibly profound. So you would get certain missions, certain characters would die. It was all very dynamic, so encouraged multiple playthroughs of the campaign, and the multiplayer was also very popular. This just makes me feel very old. I used to play Call of Duty Black Ops 2 very religiously. This was 11 years ago during my Capture the Flag match, and yeah. Also, by the way, this had a full theater mode and everything. That's where I recorded this. But yeah, it was one of my favorite multiplayer Call of Duty games, up there with Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2. But yeah, the choices system within the campaign was definitely one of the most popular options. So let's read the article. Currently known under the codename Saturn, Insider Gaming has learned from multiple sources that Call of Duty 25 is going to take players back to the future. And no, I don't mean we'll be playing as Marty McFly and Doc, but never say never. But instead, Call of Duty 2025 is slated for a very slight future. Yeah, you never know. They might put that into Warzone. Play as Marty McFly and Doc Brown while you drive around the DeLoreans. I mean, if they put Lilith and Kevin Durant in the game and Nicki Minaj, everyone's free game. Call of Duty has not had a game set in the future since 2018's Black Ops 4. Insider Gaming understands that Call of Duty 2025 is currently in development as a direct sequel to Black Ops 2, set between 2030 Black Ops 2 and 2025. As such, fans should expect the return of fan-favorite protagonists as team faces a new villain following the death of Menendez. Menendez is also a very popular villain within the Call of Duty franchise. He's very simple-minded. He just wants revenge for the death of his sister. That's all he wants, and he will do whatever it takes to make that happen. But he's also violent, sociopathic, homicidal. He is very... And I won't spoil it, but I highly recommend you play the campaign. It is actually very fun in that regard. And they also have a very cool end credits scene. You just have to play it. Don't watch it on YouTube. Go play it. It's about... Last time I checked, it was $15 on a sales day, so maybe you might be able to get a discount. If it's $60, just watch it on YouTube. But if it's $15, I would say you get more than your money's worth. As previously rumored, Black Ops 2 remastered maps will be coming to the game, but recent plans and the scope of the game have changed significantly. Previously, the intention was to have all the Black Ops 2 remastered maps released on launch, similar to how Modern Warfare 2 2019's maps came to Modern Warfare 3. And like I stated, those maps were not designed with Modern Warfare 3's mobility system, so basically the maps were utterly broken and just catastrophic. However, the current plan is now to launch with new maps and the remastered maps in conjunction. Guaranteed they're going to have Nuketown on day one, because they always have to have Nuketown. Although only one source would comment on the change, it would be speculated that the game was likely in response to the widespread fan criticism that painted Modern Warfare 3 as glorified DLC to its 2022 predecessor. I mean, it's true. Developers came out, Sony still has it listed under the trophy list for Modern Warfare 2. I checked, like I bought Modern Warfare 2 for the PlayStation and Modern Warfare 3 for the Xbox, and when I checked it, it's still listed below the trophy list. So yeah, not to mention for the PS4 version, you had to put in a Modern Warfare 2 disc to play Modern Warfare 3. At this point, why don't we just say for what it is? Modern Warfare 3 had just 16 months of development thanks to the lack of higher-up planning and internal changes that led to Sledgehammer Games to be under immense pressure and crunch to deliver a premium Call of Duty title on time. Look, I feel bad for the developers. I do. They did this in like 6 months, which is catastrophic. I have no idea how they accomplished, even if it was just glorified multiplayer assets repackaged as a single-player campaign. Like, the fact that they accomplished this in under a year is utterly amazing. I mean, I still stand with what Christopher Judge said. I mean, he's right. And honestly, I do feel for the developers, because the way I read it between the lines when it came to that, like all the Call of Duty developers kind of lashing out at Christopher Judge, saying, well, our game sold so much, which people were just saying like, well, yeah, but there's no heart there. And God of War, it's just superior, which it is the fact that they're probably not proud of the work they did. Like, they'll say it outwardly, but internally, game developers want to release a game that people love and will love for years to come. No one wants to release a bad product, and I think it's getting to them now. The final product resulted in a game with 16 remastered Modern Warfare 2 2019 maps on launch and a campaign that lasted a few hours, 3 hours. Despite the game's apparent shortcomings, though, it said the game did tremendously well, with Infinity Ward already well into development into the next Modern Warfare game. Of course it did well. It's Call of Duty. Like, every little kid wants to be a Call of Duty pro. They want to be the best Call of Duty player there is. Look, I used to be that way when I was growing up when Call of Duty 4 came out, but as you grow older, you realize all the shameful practices that they put into this game. Granted, a lot of the people, at least the kids who play these games, they're unaware of how games have evolved over time. I guess I'm lucky in that regard, or maybe I'm unlucky because I see all those predatory practices. But if you're an older gamer and you still excuse this type of behavior, yeah, that's on you. You're just being an idiot. Speaking on the other specific details of Call of Duty 2025, which is heavily in flux due to the game's early stage of development, 22 months away at the time of writing, it's understood that the game is also slated to have an overhaul to its movement system, the return to classic Pick 10 creative class gunfight game, and another year of round-based zombies. I mean, that's what everyone wants. I mean, if they go back to this system, of this type of movement system, I'm all for it. Like, I hate the slide canceling system and all that. I know a lot of people like it, but personally, it just looks so comical. Like, doesn't anyone feel like it looks like Borderlands? Like, you're sliding all over the place, like you're made of, like, petroleum, and I don't know. Like, I've seen YouTube and Twitter videos of this, and it's just like, maybe I'm just an old gamer, but I prefer this more, slowed down pace of the game, because it gives you more time to prepare and understand, and it gives more weight to your movement. Like, if you could just slide across the map with breakneck speeds, it kind of deteriorates the idea and the amount of impact you put into your movement. Like, here, I have to make a choice of whether I move forward or not. I have to constantly be aware, because I have such a limited sprint. I can't just, slide cancel and jump all over the room. I have to be aware of every little action I'm making. But I don't know. That's just me. It looks flashy, I'll give it that, when you look at a YouTube video, but when you play the game, it's not that fun, at least not to my perspective. Maybe I'm wrong about this, maybe I'm too old, but I'd like to hear your opinion on that. It's currently unclear if the carry forward from Call of Duty 2024 named Black Ops Gulf War will be incorporated due to a significant time jump and change in the game's overall strategy. This is a completely new game. It will be said it's suggesting that the game may not, with Call of Duty Black Ops 2 being one of the series' best-selling games to date, officially selling shy of 30 million units. It makes sense that Activision will once again capitalize on nostalgia while giving players new and exciting content. Yeah, they're definitely, like, remember Call of Duty World War II? Boots on the ground. Return to Call of Duty its roots, and then everyone played it and said, no, this is not. This is literally just, the new movement system put into a World War II game. And also, didn't they put iron sights in, like, Vanguard? But then again, that game was marketed as, there are no iconic characters in Call of Duty, and everyone was like, Like, it broke everyone's brain. They were like, what the hell are you talking about? No iconic characters. Price, Soap, Frank West. Like, everyone was just listing. Ghost, General Shepard. It just goes down and down. But, yeah, no doubt in my mind they're going to do something to try and hype up nostalgia. And then when people get the game, I guarantee this is what's going to happen. It's going to launch. It's going to have major netcode issues with the multiplayer. There's going to be apologies. Then they're going to add new content. And within a year of now, it's going to be better. And then they're going to leave the game in the dust for the new Call of Duty. I guarantee you that's going to happen. Unless Microsoft makes significant changes, that's how the cycle always goes. And no matter how many times I tell people, I am told that I am always wrong. And I get proven right again and again and again. And it just, like, at some point, getting things right just makes things even worse, because you want to be wrong in this type of situation. I want to be wrong because that means the good things happen. But we'll have to wait and see. Tell me what you think. What is your favorite Call of Duty game? Are you excited if there's a Black Ops 2 sequel, or would you prefer a much more nuanced Call of Duty game? Or how about a sequel set in the most further timeline within the Call of Duty Black Ops franchise? Because we know that we see that Frank West is very old in the most latest entry of Black Ops. Like, he's not a warrior anymore. He's in a veteran hospital. Would you prefer that? Or did you prefer like Cold War, where they go back in time, which I hated Cold War. I don't know why everyone liked that game. Like, the story sucked. Anyone who thought that story was not predictable, please, like, open your eyes. Either way, tell me what you think. Like, dislike, comment, your choice. And that's me signing out. Goodbye.